Well, tears are water which makes the seeds of greatness grow inside of you. I repeat, tears are water which makes the seeds of greatness grow inside of you. So at this point in time, you might cry. You might have tears in your eyes. You might have tears in your life. Well, you are gonna be in pain when Jupiter is in the Revati nakshatra, in the Revati constellation. And it is okay to cry when you are in pain. Tears are a kind of prayer also. They travel to God when we can't speak. When we can't speak, our tears reach God. Strong people keep their life in order, even with tears in their eyes. Strong people manage to say that I'm okay and with a smile on their face. Well, who says that life is a cakewalk? No, life isn't a cakewalk. There will be turbulence in your life. There will be problems in your life. There will be difficulties in your life. Well, you'd ask me what's new about this? That there are troubles and problems in anyone's or everyone's life. Well, this is how life has been planned by God. The most exciting part of life is that when you are making your imperfect life perfect, this imperfection in our life makes things interesting for us, makes things fascinating for us. So if there was no imperfection in your life, then life would have become very boring for us and you wouldn't have enjoyed life. Well, pain is everywhere, suffering is everywhere, and when you face pain and suffering, you sometimes cry. Somebody has rightly said that life is like an onion. You peel one layer at a time and sometimes you cry. And when you cry and that tears which come into your eyes build that greatness in you, it propels you to move forward and become great in your life. So at this point in time, from the 24th of February 2023 until 22nd of April 2023, you are gonna see tears in your life. Maybe not literally. You might not see tears falling down from your eyes, but you could have tears in your heart. You might feel hurt by the circumstances around you. You might feel that you are lonely in this world. You might feel that the others are ignoring you at this point in time. You might feel that the circumstances which you are in are not supporting you at this point in time. In spite of your effort, despite your courageous effort in your work, in your life, you are not able to see success in your life. And this will create some despondency in your life at this point in time. And this despondency, this hopelessness will push you to cry at this point in time. Maybe not literally, but in your heart. Well, it would be naive of me to tell you that everything will be hunky-dory for you. Everything will be good for you in your life. No, that is not how life goes on. Life has its ups and downs. Life doesn't move in a straight line. It has valleys, mountains, steeps and slopes, and you have to maneuver through all these things and move forward with your life. Well, don't let your problems and difficulties stop you at this point in time. You need to move forward at all costs at this point in time. When Jupiter is in the Revati nakshatra, in the Revati constellation, you need to use your brains at this point in time. You need to use your intelligence at this point in time. Merely moving your hands and feet is not action. Action is when you work intelligently. So at this point in time, use your information and knowledge to get wise in your life. Use your wisdom to move forward with your life at this juncture. Life is never a bed of roses. There is a challenge every day in your life. So during this time, you need to take life one day at a time. You need to move forward one day at a time. You need to do your planning for the second, for the minute, for the hour, for the day, and for the week. Because the people who fail to plan to fail. Don't think long term at this point in time. You need to work on yourself at this point in time. You need to develop your skills at this point in time. You need to develop your talents and abilities at this point in time, so that later on you can use your talents and abilities to move forward with your life, to become great in your life. So at this point in time, you need to think and then move forward. And you need to make sure that all the things which you are doing are in sync with your moral values. Your karmas should be in sync with your moral values at this point in time. You need to act at this point in time. There will be disturbances in your life. There will be tragedies in your life. There will be disasters in your life. But when these tragedies, disasters, problems surround you, you shouldn't stop doing what you are doing. You must keep acting on those ideas and dreams which you have. Don't let these tragedies, disasters stop you from doing what you are doing already. So learn from your experiences at this point in time. You might lose some money at this point in time. You might lose some relationships at this point in time. You might lose some near or dear one at this point in time. But that is okay. That is part of life. And you need to take it in your stride and move on with your life at this point in time. Don't let anything stop you at this point in time. You need to overcome your barriers, hurdles, and obstacles of your life at this juncture. Well, the other thing is that you don't have to be great to be started, but you have to start to become great. So if you have been thinking of doing something in your life, and you have been thinking and thinking and thinking and doing nothing about it, if you are not acting on your ideas and dreams until now is the time to act. When Jupiter is in the Revati nakshatra, in the nakshatra of Mercury, in the constellation of Mercury. And don't underestimate yourself at this point in time, because you are a masterpiece, because you are the piece of the master, God. And if you consider yourself to be a masterpiece, if you believe yourself to be a masterpiece, if you have faith that you are the son or the daughter of that Almighty God, then you have to have this faith and move forward with your life, because sooner rather than later you are gonna see success. But you need to start that work which is in your mind at this juncture. Well, not everybody in this world is born talented. Majority of us come into this world and learn and apply those things in our life, and then become meaningful to this world, and then create value for ourselves. It is not necessary for you to know everything, to understand everything, to grasp everything, to start something new. Anything which is worth doing is worth doing badly. Yes, we have been taught that anything which is worth doing is worth doing right if we know how to do it. But if we don't know how to do it, then anything which is worth doing is worth doing badly until we get it right. So you need to start something at this point in time, even if you don't know an iota about that particular work, that particular field, that particular line of education, etc., etc., etc. Because as I just told you, that anything which is worth doing is worth doing badly until we get it right. Well, the other thing is that you need to forgive people at this point in time. You need to forgive people for their wrongdoings against you at this point in time. Well, if you have got hurt from someone, you need to forgive at this point in time. While they might have moved on with their life, you are still holding on to those grudges, that acrimony, that animosity against them. While they are enjoying in their life, you are still having that grudge against them. So you need to forgive people at this point in time so that they cannot hurt you anymore. You need need to put down that baggage of unforgiveness from your shoulders, which is weighing you down in your life. You aren't able to move forward just because you haven't forgiven that person who has wronged you. The longer you hold on to those grudges, the more hurt you are in life. You need to forgive everyone in this world at this point in time. Unforgiveness is that poison which you drink and you expect the other person to die. That will never happen. Unforgiveness kills you more than others against whom you have that grudge, that animosity, that acrimony, that enmity. And you need to understand at this point in time that those challenges, are they helping you to grow, or you are just going through them? You need to go through something to get to something, and you need to go through the challenges of life to realize your greatness at this point in time. Well, it doesn't matter what happens to you, whether you go through problems, difficulties. What matters is how you handle them. You are important in that role. You are the hero of the story. No one else is gonna come and be the hero in your story and solve those problems and difficulties. You are the hero of that story. Of your life, where you have to overcome all your hurdles, barriers and obstacles. It is you who has to do it yourself. No one is gonna come and help you. So, the best thing for you to take help of yourself at this point in time, when Jupiter is in the Revati Nakshatra, the Revati constellation, in the constellation of Mercury. Well, at this point in time, you need to become an optimist. The difference between an optimist and a pessimist is that a pessimist will see opportunities, and all they will see in them are hurdles, barriers and obstacles. But an optimist will see hurdles, barriers and obstacles, and all they will see in them are opportunities. So your perspective about life is important, not what happens to you. Two people in a similar situation, one sees the glass half full and the other sees the glass half empty. They view the things differently. Well, what happens to you is not important. How you look at those things are important. Well, at this point in time, you need to have positive thoughts in your mind. We can't control the thoughts which are coming into our mind, but we can definitely control the thoughts which we dwell on, which we ponder, which we think about. Our lives are basically affected by the way we think things are, not the way they are. I repeat, our lives are basically affected by the way we think things are, not the way they are. So your perception about things, your perception about your situation, your perception about your difficulties and problems can solve your problem. As I told you, two people in a similar situation, one sees the glass half full and the other sees the glass half empty. Well, the thinking which has brought us this far has created this life for us. Your thoughts have made an appointment for you to be here. Wherever you are in your life, your thoughts have made you to be where you are in your life. So, in order to change your life, you need to change your thinking. You need to change your thoughts. You need to change your perception about life. You need to change the perception about the circumstances you are in at this juncture of your life. So these are the things which you need to keep in mind when Jupiter is in the Revati Nakshatra, in the Nakshatra of Mercury, in the constellation of Mercury. If you want some specific predictions regarding yourself, regarding your horoscope, then you are most welcome to contact me. You can contact me over my WhatsApp number which has been given on this video. Well, like I always say, that if you wish to know your future through astrology and you are determined to live the best possible version of yourself, well, one must always try to live his or her best version of themselves, because there is only one life to live. There are no duplicates of a life. You will never get a chance to live this beautiful life once again. And if you want to enhance your luck in your life, if you want to boost your luck in your life, if you want to increase and improve your luck in your life, then I want to tell you all, I have several remedies for you. You know, these remedies which I'm talking about are a fusion of astrological remedies, Vastu remedies and religious remedies, which can be utilized by any person of any religion. And if you want me to pray for you, because prayer can move mountains, so if you want me to pray for your health, wealth, success, money, business, career, job, relationships, love relationships, marriage, married life, children, property, education, etc., 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 then also you may contact me. You may also contact me for a Vastu visit of your flat, office, residence or factory. And if you are hell-bent on taking your life from the ridiculous to the sublime, from the low point to the high point, from nothing to something, then you may contact me over WhatsApp. My WhatsApp number has been given on this video. Have a great day and a great life ahead. God bless you all. Jai Mata Di. Jai Ma Kali.